Aries, welcome to your in-depth reading for yours and theirs. Now, before you're like, is Christina crazy? This is not our week. Yes, it is. You might have missed the mid-month check-in for January where I announced the new schedule. Essentially, all signs get a reading once a week, and the weekends will now exclusively be for check-in energies. There you go. So if you'd like to see that for yourself, I will list off the link in the description box, and then also the new schedule will be posted in the description box as well. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I kind of came up with this idea of a buddy system. I don't know why, but it just felt right. And that's what I do. So you will still be out on Wednesday, but you will also be out on Wednesday with Capricorn. So there you go. Everybody still gets the same day of the week. It's just now you're kind of teaming up with somebody. Excuse me. We literally had a cool front from the early hours of this morning till now. The temperature dropped drastically, and so my vocals are already getting dry. Yay! But yeah, there you go. Now, for my regular folks, I know you know what's up with yours and theirs, but just for the new folks, or we just forget, yours and theirs does not have to be about a significant other, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, or lover type situation. It's whomever fits that dynamic as I'm describing it. So that could be anybody, family member, friend, so on and so forth. General rules apply. Take it resonates, leave it does not. Reverse energies as you see fit. Because these are general collective readings and not one-to-one private, they may not fit you at all. Normal. Check your other placements. That's it. All right. There we go. Show me Aries and their person. Show me Aries and their person. Show me Aries and their person. Show me Aries and their person, please. What's going on, please, for Aries and their person? Show me Aries. Show me Aries and their person, please. All right, what's going on? We're going to start with your side, but as I just said, reverse energies as you see fit. Six of Swords. Somebody else opened with that as well. The World. You say the same thing twice, honey, and you don't know if you should do it. Was this a good idea? Because it's stressing you out a little bit. Six of Swords, the World. So that's some very strong determination. I'm moving forward to close out the cycle. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So that's some really strong conviction right there. Six of Swords, you could say that, or you could say the World, but you said it twice. Six of Swords, the World. And now you're wondering if that was the right idea. We'll see. Okay? There's stress there. Nine of Wands, Page of Cups, King of Swords. They're showing me blockage, frustration, very little heart space, and a determination to uphold something about how they feel. We'll see what exactly. Okay? Shared, the Knight of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, the Four of Wands. You know, there is something about this relationship that doesn't feel so very relationship. It feels a little perfunctory. Like, get it done. Or this is my level of contribution. It's a little bit on the friendly side, cooperative side. We take action in the name of cooperation, but it's not exactly bowling anyone over here in terms of its loving aspects. Now, we will clarify, because I'm very curious about where the love is. Because it doesn't feel very nurturing, loving, or supportive. And yet I see you questioning heavily if this was the right thing to do. I don't want you to be in that position. I want you to know absolutely if something was correct for you or not correct for you. So we're going to keep going. Overview is the Four of Swords. Yeah, I agree. And we need to rest on this. We need to heal this. If you were that Aries, I'm going to tell you right now, if you've already left this situation and you're doubting yourself, stop. Just hold on. Give yourself that time out to think about it. If you're that Aries who's on the verge of exiting this and you feel like you're supposed to this strongly, you're probably correct. But some of you are being held back by your thoughts. Again, stop. Let's reflect. Okay, let's start there with that Four of Swords. Show me that Four of Swords, please. Show me that Four of Swords. Show me that Four of Swords. I don't want you to do anything under such high pressure energy like this, okay? Because you're going to doubt yourself anyway. I don't want you to doubt yourself. If you're going to make decisions, make sure that they are correct for you, by you, that they're coming from the right place in you. And this is based on what it is you are thinking and feeling, experiencing. Okay? I don't want you to get any situation where you have to talk yourself into it or talk yourself out of it, because you're always going to have that wiggle room for doubt. Did I do the right thing? Question yourself endlessly and then carry excess guilt when you were probably correct. I want you to eliminate that sense of guilt before you do anything. Anxiety and stress. Okay? Doing the right thing is often the hard thing, but we have sometimes miles of in between, and understanding that is burdensome, stressful, and so on and so forth. So let's get you sorted. Let's take a look at you. Show me that Four of Swords, please. Show me that Four of Swords. Show me that Four of Swords. Show me that Four of Swords, please. Show me that Four of Swords. The stars, death, judgment. That's pretty fucking clear to me. And that's what I think you're trying to get clarity on too. Is this dream even a dream, bro? Sis, is it dead? Is it DOA? Because that's what it's looking like. And this is something that's attached to you. You have to figure it out. The universe is telling you, you actually already know the answer. It's just that you might be stopping yourself out of a conflict of conscience and mind about whether or not you're supposed to stay or go. Okay. You want to know the dream there. Was it ever really a dream? Is it dead? Was this ever really my calling? Is this just a spiritual lesson that I have to deal with? The answer is yes. I'll tell you that right now. They're going to throw that right back on you. Actually, yes, Aries, this is for you to sort out for yourself. Okay. They're saying you've experienced this before. And just because you had very high hopes for something doesn't mean they're all going to work out for you or that they're all stars that are meant for you. Just because we strongly are desirous of something doesn't mean it's actually obtainable. You don't know until you try. They say you've had enough try with this to understand if this is for you by now or for you long term. Because if it's done, it's done. And then you need to call it quits, own it. That's a decision as well. Okay? But they're saying you already have a lesson in this. Okay? Not all desires are meant to come true. Four of Swords, you need to reflect on this. You just pulled three majors of a very simple concept that is the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is incredibly simple. It's one of the only fours in the Four of Wands that, generally speaking, have a positive disposition. You're reflecting on all these things now. Do we call it quits? Okay? Am I calling this quits? You understand in some way that it's on you to make that decision. Let's keep on. I need to see this. Mentally, you've kind of drifted away from this already. The world, that's a matter of officiating the thing itself. Nine of Swords, it's still stressful to you. So I do believe you're that Aries that you feel yourself detached. Let's get this out of the way. You already feel yourself detaching from this. It's kind of like, do I finalize it though? It's not enough for me to just mentally drift from it. Am I exiting this? Aries, are we exiting this? Are we supposed to? Because that dream isn't so much of a dream. I don't want to reach for it anymore. It doesn't seem like it's a long-term vision that's mine anymore. I don't feel strongly or desire or hope for it anymore. Let's see that Six of Swords, please. Show me that Six of Swords. Show me that Six of Swords. King of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. This is what you're thinking about. You're talking. I need you to talk. Yes, don't just keep it to yourself. By all means, reflect, reflect, reflect. I know this is with you morning, noon, and night. I can tell. This goes beyond a Four of Swords, and this already tells me, by the way, I apologize. I do repeat myself. You've already thought about, in that respect, of if this relationship could be healed, it probably would have by now. I can see that's already crossed your mind more than once. It's like, do you officially exit it, though? That's the question. Because you seem to have concluded that the star can't really live up to the vision, or it hasn't lived up to its vision in a long time. That you know. But you officially exiting it, that's the trick. King of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. You're talking. So I'm glad to see you're talking. You're not just keeping it to yourself about the breakage that's here. Practically speaking, there are practical terms and conditions in here. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, they're kind of big on the practicals. And there are practical concerns around exiting this, breaking from it. Abandonment issues are coming up as well, especially if we found at some point our comfort zone in this. And it's really hard for the King, Queen of Pentacles to say, this is no longer my comfort zone. This is no longer where I feel like I reign. This is no longer where I feel like this is my homestead. You're leaving this behind. You're verbalizing it. Eight of Wands, so it's a little bit more than a theory at this point. You're just talking about it. I don't know who you're talking to, but if it helps you, I want you to keep doing it, okay? You could be talking to your person about this, in which case I want to see how that conversation's going. You might show me, though. Let's see that world, please. Show me here about a King of Cups. I don't know how that relates yet. Show me the world, please. Show me the world. 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 The Three of Cups, Ten of Swords, Five of Cups. Yeah, there seems to be more pain here than there is love. Pain and disappointment than there is love. And you kind of want to be done with all of it. Like if you could just, what it would look like in reality, this is what you're experiencing on the inside, but it would look like in reality, you know that moment of frustration. Have you ever been so frustrated at work or say at life and family context? You get so frustrated, you lose your words and you just wipe everything off the table, off the desk, because you just, whatever that pile of stuff, be it dishes or paper or bills or whatever, reports, piles of it, you know, it represents the chaos of unresolved bullshit, and that's why it gets the big sweeping gesture, right? Just it's another metaphor for human action in a moment of frustration, granted, to get this out of my sight. I just can't anymore. So this is where you are with your emotions in this connection. Get it out of my sight. I can't feel it anymore. I don't want to. It hurts. It hurts to acknowledge that there's more pain here than there is good, that there's more disappointment and overwhelming loss of regret than there is positive emotional connectivity. Three of Cups is so small. It's so small compared to the Ten of Swords and the Five of Cups. There's just no way this little bit of emotional connectivity between you and your person, what little of it there is that's positive, is largely overshadowed by that which is negative. And the world is there, and this is you. It's just chaos. It's hurt, it's regret, it's loss, it's disappointment. This is what it comes down to, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. This is the show that is my life, right? And I know it feels very negative because it is. Don't reject it. Don't deny it. Allow those feelings to pass through. They're real and valid. Okay? You will cause more problems for yourself later if you reject what you're experiencing. Don't do that, because then you'll have to take 20 steps back to heal that shit. Don't do that. If that's what you're feeling, express it to the best of your abilities without taking it to a place of negative consequences. Honor your feelings without negative behaviors behind it. Okay? Learn from it, feel it, don't get lost to it. And don't hold on to it. Don't do that. But also know how to keep them in check. Feel your feelings, but also hold yourself accountable for them too. Okay? I can tell that you're in it right now, that you were in it. All right, let's see that Nine of Swords, please. And I know what that is. That's that overwhelming grief that says we're having to call this quits. I'm having to call this quits. I can't fucking believe this. I'm having to do. So I know that you're at the height of it. I know. And yet, you haven't fully exited it. That's going to obviously, do I have to tell you, exacerbate the issue. Let's see that Nine of Swords, please. Let's see that Nine of Swords. Let's see that Nine of Swords. In some way, the discussion of separation is here. The overwhelming sense of emotional exhaustion of having to call it quits and knowing it, and knowing that this is headed for a one-way street. Because if it would have recovered by now, it would have done. That's it. Okay. Seven of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles. That's what I'm talking about. See, this is where you pull yourself back, and this is why you haven't completely exited this situation, is that you're playing hot foot with your bigger heart space, the King of Cups. You have a beautiful heart in you, and it's almost like saying, but if I stay in there and I continue to juggle this, maybe it'll be okay. You know it's not true, honey. That's what I'm saying. It's done, babe. It's done. Call it quits. A good couples therapist who specializes in preventing divorce and separation, a good one will tell you, know when to call it quits. Because there's going to be parts of yourself that you will not be able to salvage if you continue to stay in something this defeating. Think about it. You're causing yourself new levels of defeat, guilt, and shame the longer you try to keep something going that you know you shouldn't. It just exacerbates the issue. And then you'll have, like I said, you'll have to take 20 more steps back. It's your exit, man. It's your exit. It's neon. And I'm so sorry it's gotten to this point, and I can tell that you're at the height of it, and I'm so sorry. So call it quits. Know when to call it quits. You hanging in there out of sense of guilt, or maybe I can keep it going because I have enough love for the both of us. No. Do they just need more time? I think this has had enough time. I think this has had enough time, honey. Okay. 9 of Wands, Page of Cups, King of Swords. Like I said, is a little firm, little pushy-offy, strong will, strong sense of blockage, small heart space. We'll see what's up with this. Let's see that 9 of Wands, please. Show me that 9 of Wands. 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 I don't think it's the practical component. Honestly, there's concerns in there, okay, about abandonment and what that means and having those talks. That's not really the issue. It's understanding that this is chalking up to a loss that for some reason is hitting you super hard. The truth of it specifically. The 9 of Wands. The rest is details. Okay. Honestly, guys, the practicalities mean nothing in the sense of freedom. Okay? Okay. No, I promise you that. All right. I see. You remember that point I touched on a couple times that I said you distinctly kind of told me in your own way if this was fixable, it would have been fixed right now. You just want to know if you can still continue to stay in it, despite the misgivings and that you are emotionally exhausted and hurt. There's a part of you that's still tempted to stay because it just might be easier. Maybe you can carry it off for the both of you. You don't want to do that. This person has no intention of changing. They have a chronic blockage issue where if it's not convenient or they don't want to deal with it, they won't. End of story. They're not open to change. They're not open to healing. They block all those efforts. Why? Because it challenges their ego. Why? Because it challenges their sense of direction. Why? Because it challenges their sense of I said so. It's chronic, and it's not fixable, and it's not for you to try. Again, if this person was open to proper healing with you, the connection wouldn't have gotten to this point. Full fucking stop. The whole point of commitment, guys, is that you understand that part of commitment is the willingness to adjust and change as your person and yourself changes. This person has no interest in understanding that the context, the situation, or you as individuals are changing, and it would take work to be flexible, to adjust, to keep it going. They have no interest in this. That's chronic blockage. Chronic. The devil to the 9 of Wands. I don't need to heal. I'm not open towards it. It's fear. It's fear of reprimand. It's fear of having to open up and to accept that changes need to be made. It's fear of corrections. How dare my ego get confronted with change and corrections? I don't want to deal with that. This is done. I think you can part ways with this peacefully. If that's what their opening energy is like, I'm not really interested in the rest of them. That whole I shouldn't have to change. It's how you end up a very lonely person. Let's see that Page of Cups. Show me that Page of Cups. Show me that Page of Cups. That is so blunt. I don't think I've ever seen it that blunt before. I shouldn't have to change. Very defensive around this. And what are you going to do? Oh, okay. I guess I'll just accept everything as is. Thanks for that. That solved all our problems. There's a reason why you're thinking 6 of Swords, the world, 5 of Pentacles, and death. Page of Cups. It's just for some reason the admission of throwing the towel in on this is hard for you. That seems to be the biggest thing for you. Like, this is not what it is supposed to amount to, or this wasn't supposed to. How the hell did this happen? I'm not sure why you're showing me that. But the admission here is hard for you to throw in the towel on this one. And I don't know why. We'll get there. I'm very curious about that relationship energy here. Okay. Page of Cups, Eight of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. They don't invest. They're not emotionally available. They're not in a connection with you. Unwillingness to change, unwilling to admit that there needs to be any change, flexibility, or healing. And you know where all that's coming from, don't you? They don't feel anything for this anymore. Let them go. Better yet, you exit while you still have good parts of you that are there to salvage. I very rarely have such a lost cause energy towards people. This one, I'm not interested in salvaging anything in them, and neither are you. It's, for some reason, the overall concept you're having a hard time shedding. You cannot carry the love of two people. They're not interested. It's almost like they're saying, you can do all that. Don't expect me to participate. And they haven't for a long time. They're not emotionally invested in themselves or you. Why the hell is this person in your life? You even admitted that the dream of this, whatever it once proposed, is dead. And that you also said it's on you to exit it. It's a conscious choice. You're talking about separating, and the reaction is, well, if you want me to stay, you're asking me to change. That would admit that I've done something wrong or that there's something wrong with me. No, it's called being human. You're not perfect. No one is. We all have character flaws. And like I said, a real commitment, a strong one, recognizes that it has to have room for adjustment and change and flexibility. If you're not prepared for flexibility and change, your commitment's going to end up in a one-way street regardless. So I'm telling people, real commitment begins with the self. Know who you are. Okay? And you can be strong-willed all day long. That doesn't mean you're using your strong will in the right ways. Just because this person says, because I said so and I refuse to change, doesn't make them right. That just makes them adamant and an asshole. Do you think about it like that? Okay, then. Let's say that King of Swords. The Moon, Judgment. They know they have the decision making. They deny that they have a decision to make. Oh my. They say it's out of my hand. So this is what they did. This is what they did. I called it. Fucking called it. They're deflecting to you. If you want to walk away and if you want to end it, Aries, that's on you. And you can live with that. As it were, I see no reason to change. I'm just fine. So if we break up, it's going to be on you. Do it. This is not healthy. This thinking, this attitude, this disposition, these behaviors are not healthy. Get out of there. And say, you know what? I'm going to take you up on that. Thanks for letting me know where you stand. Because they're letting you know exactly where they stand. This person's a coward. But they're defaulting to you. It's passive-aggressive bullshit if I've ever seen it. It's just amplified. Like I said, just because you're adamant doesn't mean you're correct. It just usually means you're an asshole. This person's an asshole. What do I tell you all the time? If they're an asshole, I'm going to tell you. I'm telling you, Aries. This stopping to take a look over your shoulder, make sure that you're not insane or what if you do the wrong thing? You can stop that. Please go. Remember I told you? You said you knew it would be on you. You acknowledge it. That's one of the things that makes it hard. Guess what? They have the same decision. They deny it. There's the truth right there. They deny the truth that they could call it quits. They say, no. It's on you. If you want to end it, that's on you. If you don't like the results of your decision, babe, that's on you. I can honestly say it wasn't my fault. It was 100% this person's fault. It's like they want you to exit, but they can't say that. They want you to do it. They want you to be the bad guy. So if you feel like a bad guy, which it looks like you do, it's because they helped put you in that position. Get the fuck out of this. Get out of this. This is so passive aggressive and manipulative. It's disgusting. Get out of this. Well, there's still parts of you that you can salvage. Get out of this. Stop with this guilt crap. Your heart's too beautiful for this. The fact that you once upon a time called this a star, I don't even know how that happened. I don't know how you can look to this person and see a star. They've indicated they could give a damn. You're so disgustingly unsupportive, unloving, unhealthy. Keep doing this. You can drop the guilt shit. Let this go. You want to drive this person crazy? Say nothing. Do it. But I don't even want you to do that, to be honest. I just want you to... I think they want you to do it. They just don't have the guts or the cojones to do it themselves. Honestly. You just want to make sure that they're... No wonder you were going like this. It can't all be for nothing because they're giving you every reason to believe that it is for nothing. So believe them. When somebody treats you that badly, take them at their word. That's what it means to them. Nothing. You go while you still have the dignity to stand upright and walk away. Please. Just for your own safety. Your own sense of self. You have any love for yourself at all, get the hell out of this. And that's if it resonates. This one's pretty harsh today, guys, but it's honest, and that's why I'm keeping it. You've already came to the conclusion 4 or 5 times now anyway. You just keep delaying. This can't be serious. You can't not care. Yes, they don't not care. They don't care. Yes, they do, Aries. And I'm sorry it's that blunt, and I'm sorry it's that disgusting. And it's no wonder I see you making that sweeping gesture. Because that's what it means to them. Nothing. It's very distinct, guys. It either is or it isn't. So don't try to force yourself into this one. I wouldn't. Why the hell would you? Why would you want to identify with this one? If you're watching it and you don't identify with it, it's because you're learning, or for some reason you think I'm entertaining, that's cool. But don't accept a reading if it's not yours. This is case in point. Knights of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, yeah. Somebody says they put work into this as they need to. It's very straightforward. It's to the point. I'm going to believe this or not. I actually see this as you. I know you put the level work into this that you need to for reasons of structure and security, expectations. The Knight of Swords, he's a guy that takes care of things. That's what he does. He likes to be given his assignment so he can execute it. You've executed your portion of the material energy, Eight of Pentacles. In fact, probably given more to this situation than they have. Let's just make that clear. You can't be faulted for that. It's just your passion is under the moon. In other words, you haven't actually felt like you wanted to do this in a long time. It's just something that you said you had to do. You got used to doing. It's on a schedule. You've taken care of business, literally. Action to the stabilization of your world with this person over and over again, repetitiously every day without fault. But you have no energy for it. Not really. And it's under your moon. Who'd stand to reason? I'd be fucking exhausted by that too. How can you? You're not getting any emotional positive supply at all of love or care or concern from this person. Why would you have any natural, happy energy for it? Think about it. Three of Pentacles. Let's see that Three of Pentacles. But you're starting to see that now. That was my point. Okay. Three of Pentacles. Show me that Three of Pentacles. Show me that Three of Pentacles. I don't even think we can call this friend, and it's most certainly not cooperation. Three of Pentacles, in its most basic form, guys, is cooperation. This don't look cooperative at all. We're talking Three of Pentacles in its raw clay form, without any other interpretations, via surrounding energies or influences. Cooperation. That's it. Common goals. This is what I can do. This is what you can do. But a little bit here and there. You're building up towards something. And thus the premise of friendship is born. The Chariot, Three of Swords, Three of Wands. You feel like you're always waiting in a position for their feeling to show up. This is why I strongly disagree with waiting. For this reason right here, because it causes more harm than it ever did good. Waiting causes harm. Now, it's one thing when you expect something on the horizon. Okay, like legitimately, I expect my new job to start in a couple of weeks and I'm excited. Yay! That's a healthy Three of Wands. And that's what most people associate it with. But then there's the other Three of Wands that's more often not the reality. I'm in this position, or I put myself in this position, or I feel like someone else put me in this position of waiting and it hurts. Yes. You have been waiting for the strength of this person's emotions to show up for I don't know how long, 2 or 3 years now? To show up and mean it with conviction that they love you or that this is moving in a particular direction. There is none. And it breaks your heart the more you linger. Any sort of evidence that this person loves you or gives a damn, it breaks your heart. This is why you don't wait. Ever. You don't ask. There are 2 rules here to waiting. You don't ask someone to wait, and you don't volunteer. Once you see something for what it is, you stop waiting. Do you have any idea how many people wait 5, 10, 15, 20 years and they think it's a normal, natural thing to do for one reason or another, and then their life is gone? There's no reason good enough. There's no excuse good enough. Live your life and you will wait for nothing and you will wait for no one because you're too busy living your life. Stop waiting. This person's chariot isn't showing up. It doesn't cooperate that way. You know it and you've seen it your damn self. 4 of Wands. I'm all amped up for this one, honey. I'm all amped up for this because I just know how you are. I know how you are. That's why you sweeping the table. It shouldn't have been a surprise to me, Aries, honey, because your reaction is such as that sometimes, yeah, you have those flash in the pan moments, but it's only when you get so worked up and you get so frustrated because you will pour yourself into everything. Aries just doesn't give up. It's really hard for you to give in or throw in the towel, and that's one of the things your sign collectively has to conquer. To be empowered means you don't just stand there stubbornly getting your way. It means knowing when to go, to collect your forces and go. That is empowerment. There's a lot of misgivings about the Aries sign. I know, I understand. I am completely sympathetic. Trust me. I know what your superpowers are. I know what your kryptonite is. Okay. And how you become a developed Aries is to know, as Emperor, your master symbol, your master card in tarot. As Emperor, I have been looking at the situation. I have been assessing it. I've been doing my best to lend to it as my responsibility as Emperor. And I have decided it is not worth my time or the time of my people, my resources, my strengths, my stubbornness. It's not worth any of it. That's empowerment for you. When to participate and when not to. 4 of Wands, clarified by the High Priestess. Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. You strongly feel this is not what a relationship's supposed to look like. No shit. It doesn't feel comfortable at all because it isn't. And you are reflecting on me, intuitively speaking, what a relationship should feel like. It should feel comfortable, nurturing, loving, supportive, correct? And you're not getting it from this. You know what to do. So that tells me then you know what a healthy relationship's supposed to look like and feel. Not a fragmented king, but a loving, nurturing, supported queen. Okay. Sorry, I did go on longer than I meant to. That's okay. For some of you, on a windy day, that's funny because it's a windy day right now while I'm recording this. I mean, literally the wind's picked up. You might, well, given the new mic, you probably can't hear it, but it's pretty ferocious out there. At dawn, for some of you, you have your best insights at dawn. Me too. I'm an early riser. But I understand what you're saying. On a windy day, and at dawn for some of you. Okay. On a rainy day, moody weather. And within 2 years, that might seem forever, but at the rate this is going, where you've already started the process and you started practically talking about it, they refuse to change, budge, give an inch, give any sort of consideration or what. Here's what kills me, man. And this is what sealed the deal for me. Not only did I see the chronic blockage, I don't need to heal. We don't need to heal. We're fine. I'm not emotionally invested in you at all in a way that's safe or secure, whatever. But we don't need to change. If we do, that's on you, babe. And that's, you have to deal with the consequences. I'm just fine. That person kills me is that they had the same decision you do and act like they don't. Which means they want you to do it because they didn't got the fucking nerve to do it. They want you to be the bad guy. So I tell you what, make good on that offer. Be the bad guy. You know what? You clearly can't handle this or do the right thing. Thankfully, I'm not like you, and I see that now. I'm not like you. I'm not like that person. I'm not like you, and I don't want to be like you. So between the two of us, one of us has to do the right thing. Sugar baby. Whatever the hell that is to you, I don't know. But I hate it. It's so disgusting. Okay, Scarab. Nourishment and transformation. You're not being nourished, and you're also not transforming. But you can give that to yourself. You can absolutely 100% balance that situation. You're damn right. Scales, justice, documents, the officiousness of this. I saw you looking at the technicals back here. The separation of the practicals, weighing up the scales. Bride, wife, engagement. For some of you, you are the wife, or this is you are concerning yourself with whom is your bride. I feel strongly that you are dealing with the feminine. I don't know that you are the feminine. I feel like you're dealing with one. Okay. But yeah, coin, I know. The thing is, what's going to happen to the money, that's going to get sorted. There is no price you can pay for the freedom that you would need for this. That's one of those cases, you got to do what you need to do. Because it's not worth it. It's not worth your dignity. It's not worth your sense of future. More importantly, it's not worth your sense of self. That's enough. Aries, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Get to the other side of that conclusion. You know what you need to do. Take care. Be well.